place where I felt at home. Take me back to a day when we weren't alone. Take me back to...
Hi everyone, welcome to episode 9 of The Rise Room. Today we're having one of the most overlooked, most emotional, and honestly, most silent conversation people carry. Friendship breakups. Nobody prepares you for them. Nobody teaches you how to grieve someone who's still alive, and nobody tells you how deeply it can shake your sense of self, your history, and sometimes even your trust. I'm Tashi, and today we're diving into healing after a friendship falls apart. Let's start with questions that everyone thinks about but rarely says out loud. Friendship breakups hurt because friendships aren't casual. They're emotional bonds, shared stories, and versions of ourselves we don't share anywhere else. Psychologically, friendships hold our confidence, our routines, our support systems, our shared identity. So when a friendship ends, it's not just losing a person, it's almost like losing the life you lived with them. Some researchers even say that friendships loss activates grief patterns, similar to like romantic heartbreaks. Why? Because the brain doesn't separate romantic intimacy from emotional intimacy. It doesn't do that. It just registers everything as like a loss. So no, you're not dramatic. You're not being too much. You're not wrong for still thinking about a friendship that ended years ago. Human beings are wired for connection. When connections break, the heart reacts. You might be carrying the weight of a friendship ending if you're experiencing these things. So you're replaying old conversations. You're trying to figure out what went wrong. You're avoiding new friendships because you don't want to repeat the pain. You feel embarrassed or even ashamed that it matters so much to you. You feel angry one day and you feel numb the next. You miss the version of yourself you were around that person. If any of this sounds familiar, just know you're normal, you're human, and you're healing. Because, I always bring it back to real life. For me, I've lived this too. I've had friendships that felt like home. The type where you know each other's families, you know each other's birthdays, you show up for birthdays, you show up for the heartbreaks, you show up for the late night phone calls, you cheer each other on, you're on the sidelines, you carry each other through so much, and then something shifts. Maybe it's a boundary that wasn't being respected, maybe it's your growth, maybe it's theirs, maybe it's something no one says out loud ever. And one day the person you know, or you've known your whole life, becomes someone who doesn't know your day-to-day anymore. And that kind of ends, that's kind of a lot, and that kind of ending is quiet, but it's so heavy. And the hardest part, sometimes both of you meant well. Sometimes nobody did anything wrong. Sometimes the chapter was just over, the season was just over. It took me a long time to stop blaming myself, a long time to stop replaying the should I have, or maybe if I did, or why didn't I do, and a long time to realize that losing someone doesn't mean you failed. It just means the season changed. And research, surprisingly, backs this too, because research backs everything, right? Studies show that losing a close friend increases stress levels and decreases life satisfaction in measurable ways. Loneliness after friendship loss is linked to symptoms of anxiety and depression. Yeah. Adults who experience major social loss show changes in the brain reward system similar to withdrawal. Social rejection activates the same brain region as physical pain. And the quality of your friendship is one of the strongest predictors of mental and physical health. So when you feel like you're grieving too hard, science is literally telling you your brain and your body are responding to a real emotional injury. So, do you rise after a friendship ending overnight? No, it's not going to happen overnight. Not by forcing yourself to move on. And it's not going to be by pretending it doesn't matter to you at all, because it does. That's a friend. That is, it's going to hurt. So, how are you going to begin healing? Acknowledge it was a loss. Name the grief. Friendship breakups, they deserve the recognition. Reflect without blaming yourself. What happened? What shifted? What did you learn? So you don't bring that into the next one. Release the fantasy version of the friendship. Mourning what you want it to be is often harder than mourning what it is. Let me say that again. Mourning what you want something to be is often harder than mourning what it is. Honor the good without denying the hurt. Both can be true at the same time. And rebuild trust slowly. Let new people earn you. Don't punish them for old wounds. Don't punish them for things that they didn't do. Give people a chance. And focus on identity repair. Ask yourself, who am I without that friendship? And this is where real growth happens. Protect your boundaries, not walls, your boundaries. Don't build walls. Build strong boundaries. And lastly, allow yourself joy again. Healing doesn't mean forgetting. It means learning to live a life after a loss. You're not weak for feeling this deeply. You're strong for loving that fully. You're strong for healing through it. You're strong for experiencing it. You're strong for going through the emotions of it. So your Rise challenge this week, write a closure letter, not to send, not to set yourself, but to set yourself free. And this is something that I've done for multiple breakups in my life. In it, answer these 3 things. What did this friendship give to you? What did this friendship teach you? What am I choosing to release? And read it out loud. Then put the letter away or tear it up, knowing you just chose healing over holding on. Whichever works for you, put it away or tear it up, but read it out loud to yourself and give yourself the closure, because closure is not for the other person. Closure is for you. And if we wait on other people for closure, oftentimes we're never going to get it. So you need to allow yourself closure, and you can give it to yourself. So thank you guys again for tuning in to episode 9 of the Rise Room. These episodes are really sweet, really short. I do not want to take up a lot of your time. If this conversation brought you clarity, comfort, or even a little coverage, share it with someone who might be carrying their own quiet heartbreak. I appreciate you. And most importantly, I see you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Until next time, 1. Protect your peace. 2. Honor your connections. And 3, and most importantly, keep rising. Fall down 8 times, get up 9. Keep rising. I'll see you guys next episode. Bye, everyone.